she found out.
After a very celebratory flight all the way from Accra, Ghana, we've landed in Washington, and it was a wonderful feeling to be a part of this inaugural flight that's taking place. But one way to ease ourselves in to the United States of America, I suppose, coming from Africa, is to visit the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. There's some unbelievable South African artists that are in display in there, and we're going to go and take a look at them. Your first impression when you actually walk into this National Museum is one of, it's difficult to explain it, but I mean, there's a soundtrack playing in the background that almost attracts you to come in to be a part of this museum. Not to be quiet, not to not talk, but to actually just get involved with this art, and really it brings out emotions. Well, I suppose one of the people responsible for the emotions that I'm feeling right now is the director of this Smithsonian Museum, is Jonetta Cole. This is unbelievable, and thank you so much for allowing us to be here.
This is our pleasure.
Yeah.
After all, we feel a deep and abiding connection with the country that you have come from. It is called South Africa.
Yeah.
And as you walk through this museum, you will see in countless places both traditional and contemporary works of art from South Africa.
Yeah.
As indeed we make an effort to introduce our visitors to that amazing continent. It's just that we do it through the visual arts.
Yeah. And I must say, when I walk around here, I've never, it feels so good to be South African. And the reason I say that is I look at these arts and we are so talented. Our artists are unbelievable. Is that the reaction that you get from a lot of people that come here? I mean, I'm South African, so I'm being biased, but generally the world and the perception of our artists?
You know, I'm going to put it in starker terms. The stereotypes, the misinformation that exists about Africa as a continent, about South Africa as a nation, those are disturbing ideas. But to walk into this museum and to see the extraordinary artistry, the creativity, the innovative spirit of these artists is to smash those stereotypes. It is to actually destroy the untruths. How can one think what one was thinking about Africa when one is looking at these amazing works of art?
We're going to go and talk to the curator in this museum and take a look at a couple of the South African art pieces. Karen Milbourne, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you so very much. It's an honor to be with you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, when we look at these arts, and I mean, we're surrounded at the moment by South African artists, how do you choose the art that's exhibited here?
Well, the museum is really quite lucky in that we're able to show works of art that we've both acquired over time, as well as works of art that we've borrowed through private lenders and through special exhibitions like what's surrounding me here in the exhibition The Divine Comedy. And so these prints are by the Grahamstown-based printmaker, Christine Dixie, who is just masterful in her technique. And what you're seeing are life-size portraits of her son Daniel when he was age 6. And what it's hard to see, but you've got to zoom in and see the incredible detail of the embossing that she's done with the paper as she sort of looks at this exploration of raising a boy, of being the mother of a boy.
You know, you talk about established artists and well-known South African artists, but we have got so many up-and-coming South African artists. Who's jumped to mind and who's on display here?
Well, two of the artists who are on display right now, who I think really are extraordinary talents, would be Nandita Ntambo, and we actually build a gallery around her piece, Contact, because it's such an exceptional, powerful piece. Downstairs we have Senzeni Marasala's work on view, and her piece is so personal and moving, where she works with embroidery because it's a way that she can connect with her mother, from whom she was physically distanced because her mother was a domestic worker.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.